Okay, coach. You are working in high schools, right? And also in AAU circuit. Can you tell me first uh, at which school are you currently working and stuff like this?
I coach at a wonderful, just a really prestigious high school in Westchester, New York. It's called School of the Holy Child. And just a wonderful culture, terrific academics. It's a top 10 high school overall. And I'm the head basketball coach at the high school varsity. And then for travel basketball, we have our Scout My Game Academy, which has a mixture of USA and international players that come from overseas, and then also some of the top players here in the USA.
Okay, so let's talk about Scout My Game. It's also a service, an online service for international players.
Mhm.
Talk me through it. How does it work?
Basically, the whole our whole mission is just to help athletes. You know, since 2015, we've had athletes come from all different countries in all different sports. We've had players from Colombia, uh, Spain, Poland, Latvia, Lithuania, Senegal, everywhere, Germany, and so Sweden. And so we've helped athletes from mostly basketball, but we've had soccer athletes in different sports, so tennis. And basically, we're here to help. Sometimes I think there's a big gap from what you think you can do as far as coming to America and not. And so we're here to help athletes on a one-on-one level and their families understand the process of coming here to the USA and make it simple.
So basically, you can also add your resume and your highlights. Who is like the target audience on the US side? Is this to college coaches or junior college coaches, high school coaches?
We have a lot of high schools that, for instance, there's a I won't pronounce the last name because I'm not sure how to say it, but Olivier in Poland, he's coming here to the USA to play for a terrific high school, McKeel Christian Academy, and he's coming here this month. So we have a lot of high school coaches that would like to have international players and have a good diversity within their school with good academics. And then obviously junior college coaches, Division 1, 2, 3, NAIA, all these types of coaches are very interested in international players, as well as USA players, of course. But international players, it's just kids that they can recruit and bring here to their colleges.
Okay, and does it take any payments from players? Your Scout My Game
Well,
service?
what's interesting is, you know, a lot of people don't know this in the USA, but in Europe they have these agents in Europe. You know, it's
Yeah, we
very
have
they
them.
don't have age. You know, it's almost like they're pro athletes in Europe. Sometimes you know, they're like, I have an agent, I have an agent. And when we first started Scout My Game, we were shocked to hear how much these agents charge athletes in Europe. And you know, it's their business. That's what they do. It's the norm. So you know, all good for them. So for years, we haven't charged a penny to athletes. We've just been helping them. And then they come here to the States. About 80 athletes right now have come to the States, like have flown over here, played with us, played sports, and then have gone home, you know, received scholarship offers, and then they come back for college. And so only recently did we start charging anything for the costs, only because it takes so much time. You know, you're on the phone with college coaches, your emails. I mean, every morning I have text messages and emails on my phone from college coaches. Even yesterday, I got an email from one of the top soccer colleges in the country, programs in the country, you know, hoping to have somebody come here for January. So we charge very, very little for the athletes. It's just to cover our costs, you know, a few $100s.
Is it for the registration of your service or only if they get really recruited?
Yeah, you're not, NCAA rules don't allow you to charge a payment in lieu of receiving a scholarship or something like that. So you're not allowed to do that. So we don't do that. It's for the registration. And I think what makes us different is there's some other recruiting sites. They're kind of like Walmart. I don't know if you guys know what Walmart is or if they have it out there. But it's just you get a profile and it sits there and maybe you can email coaches. Doesn't really help. We're more of high end. We give you one-on-one where we're helping the athlete. We FaceTime with the families. We help them with their academics and transcripts as far as translating them for the colleges. And really just a one-on-one type of service, I guess you could say. But we're really just trying to help the athletes. And it's a great feeling on our part when you help an athlete come here to the States, because many times you're changing their whole life, right? Like the American students, they're okay, they're good, they're going to go to college. We know that, that's great. But when you have an athlete, you know, I use Zuzannę Kulińską as an example because she came from a small town. She was with a great program there in Poland. Didn't have any offers when she came here. And, you know, she had 4 offers. We took her to some big tournaments and she had like literally like 45 offers. The phone was just ringing off the hook. And she ended up at a wonderful college, one of the top programs in the country, University of Colorado in the Pac-12. So she went from this small town in Poland to guarding Sabrina Ionescu twice a year, the best college player in the country. So we have a lot of stories like that, not just Zuza, but kids, you know, kids that came from Lithuania with not much, and they're at wonderful academic institutions, free college and everything. So we can never guarantee anything, but knock on wood, so far, at least for girls basketball and boys basketball, we've had 100% success ratio for placing players. But I'm sure somebody's going to come along. We're not going to be able to help them, but for right now, we've done a pretty good job, I think.
You talked about Zuza, but also Patricia Pawlata, which
Yes.
also from the military school where her senior year there wasn't a girls team.
Amazing.
Yeah, she played with the boys and still got offers and got a scholarship in NCAA Division II basketball. So
yes,
that was also great.
Yeah, Patricia, it was amazing because she you know, before I coached at School of Holy Child, I coached at the New York Military Academy, and we had all these international kids come in, and they won the first. We won the first NEPSAC championship in school history on the girls' side. And when I had the offer to go to Holy Child, Patricia was the only girl left. So she played on the boys team. So she was the only girl in America on the boys varsity team. And she played great. She really, really did well. And her recruiting started to pick up. And she went to a great institution in Oklahoma, Northeastern State. And coach is saying she's doing a great job there.
What should a player who is contemplating coming to the US have prepared? Some game footage or what more?
Game footage, of course. Like when we first started Scout My Game, the coaches were just ecstatic to be able to contact international players. So just from the game film, they were being offered scholarships. Girl from Austria went to Florida Southern, became an All-American. Girl from Lithuania. So definitely the video. And then you want to have just an idea, like as far as like your transcripts ready. The college coaches will want you to fill out an application, so you need a copy of your passport and that type of thing. So there's little things, but it's not really super complicated. But I think with us, you know, you have, you know, Scout My Game, we're people that you can trust, and we're going to help you find the right place. And most importantly, we're going to give you options, right? I mean, you don't want somebody saying, hey, you're going to come right to this school. We're going to say, all right, well, you have this option, this option, this option, this option. These are your the pluses and minuses for each school, and then you decide from there. But it's we're more of like guiding you through the process and helping you and advocating for the player.
Okay, and from your experience, is it better to come after high school, or if you have the chance to come, I don't know, senior year of high school?
You know, in Europe, they graduate a little early, right? 17, sometimes
18.
17, 18. So some of I know like in Lithuania, they'll graduate a little bit early. So sometimes they'll come for their senior year, but it's really up to the player. We have a couple of students from Spain, some of the best players in Spain that are coming to or applying to my school. And it is good to at least, even if you come out for a few tournaments and play, just to get an idea of what it's like. You know, they've never been to New York. They've never seen the Times Square or Statue of Liberty. Visit the area. We visit colleges. You get sometimes when COVID's not around, you know, we get to visit practices and you get to talk to college coaches and do some visits. So it's good you get a better idea if you do take a visit. But if you can come to high school for a year or two, that is a pretty good thing to do, because then you're in front of more college coaches. You know, in Europe, the schools, they don't have their own team, right? So our high school has a team. So we play 20, 25 to 30 games in high school season. And then you have AAU, which is another 50 games or so. So you get to play in front of a lot of college coaches and get a lot more exposure.
So even if you don't want to go to high school, it is better to be prepared to go just after the graduation for the summer and play in some tournaments.
Come for a couple of weeks. We have a lot of host families that take the kids in and they treat them like their own kids, and they get to experience basketball at a really, you know, the tournaments that we play in and the teams we play against are some of the best teams in the country. So you're going up against kids that are getting recruited by high-level players, and you have one good tournament and you're dominating, or you're defending a top player really well. It'll go a long way for college coaches, because that's the biggest thing, right? They can see you on video, and lots of times you can see really good players on video. You see Zuzannę on a video, you know she's really good. But until you get here and play against some of these players, the coaches get a better idea what level you're at. So it is good to, whether you're coming out for high school or even come out for a few weeks and play in some tournaments. It's I would say that's the best way to go.
Okay, so one more thing, the SAT. Is it needed for all colleges, or do some those, I don't know, junior colleges? I don't think they need SAT.
Yeah, they don't. It's become optional with a lot of colleges. So it's not something that is 100% necessary. But it is good to have. You know, it does give you an added edge, and always have good grades. That's the best thing you can do, is have good grades.
Yeah. Do the colleges look also at the Polish grades, or do they just, oh, you have SAT, I don't know, good score, bad score?
Yeah, sometimes they have they'll need to get the grades translated for the colleges, but they can sometimes in the admissions department they have somebody there that can see what level they're at as far as grades go. But the good grades, you can't beat it. It just opens up a lot more options for you. Even Division III that doesn't have athletic scholarships, you can get really good academic scholarships for a lot of these colleges. So I like that a lot of the European kids, they'll go to a junior college for 2 years, get better, and then transfer to Division I, Division II, which is a great, just like Julia.
Yeah, from Poland, we have a bunch of girls coming over to junior colleges every year, and some of them get to really good universities. Some go to just nice schools and finish their careers there. You say a player should not be scared to go to junior college just to prepare better for.
Great way to go. It's a great way to go if especially like it's funny, like now kids that have graduated, they're really looking for players for January because they, for some reason, with COVID and everything, there's a lot of open scholarships for January. We had a girl just maybe 2 months ago. She had 15 offers in like 10 hours. She had like 10 junior college offers and then 5 Division II offers. And she ended up going to Davenport in Michigan. So there's a lot of opportunities, but junior college is a great way to go. They're great colleges. You get your first 2 years of general education requirements done, and then you transfer. And then you get a better idea. You're faster, you're stronger. You've learned about American basketball, and it's definitely a good route to go.
Yeah, the junior college itself starts in January this year. So would you say if someone would be willing to try now, is it still a chance or is it too late now?
No, it's a big chance in January because there's probably about 20 colleges looking right now for January, just because it's not too late. So because of COVID, a lot of kids said, oh, I'm going to stay home or I'm going to take a year off in America. So there's a lot of open scholarships right now for January. So and 2021s, but January is just a high need. I'm sure the minute I talk to my coaches, they'll be emailing me or calling me back pretty quick.
Okay, so it's scoutmygame.com. Okay, I think we have all the information. I will.
And just a shout out to Julie McBride, who's a friend of mine. She's playing in Poland.
Yeah, she came back to Bydgoszcz this year.
Yeah, she can't stay away. She works with a lot of our players out here in New York. She's one of the best trainers around and has a really great basketball program, and some really good players here in the USA. So, but between Spain and Poland, those are the 2 countries we've had the most players come from, boys and girls. So I'm hoping we have some more athletes come out here, and I'm hoping when COVID ends, I can take a trip out to see everybody.
Okay. So thank you, Coach.
Thank you, sir, very much. I appreciate it.
All information that young players might need. We might do maybe a call later, but not this year, but maybe beginning of 2021, so we can see what our players are doing.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot out there, and if anybody wants to reach me, they can reach me at the website, or they can message me on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever.
Okay, I will link both to the site and to your. You have also on Facebook account, Twitter account for Scout My Game, so I will link that all in the description. So once again, thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, have a nice day.
Yes, take care.